Hi everyone, my name is Karen, this is my channel RatherBeReading, and today I'm bringing to you my June and Emojitathon TBR. So I am participating in Emojitathon in the month of June. Emojitathon is a readathon that takes place for the entire month of June and has challenges centered around different emojis. I am just going to go through my general TBR and then kind of touch on the readathon and what books I'm using for like different challenges a bit later on. So let's jump into the TBR. As always, I will start off with the library books that I want to get through in the month of June. I only have 3 books that are due back to the library this month, which is really, really good. I do want to read more than this to like keep on top of my library pile, but I do only have to read these 3. So the first of those is Echo Park by Michael Connolly. I believe this is this the 11th or 12th? I'm not sure. Book in the Harry Bosch series. I am in the middle of this. I'm about 100 pages in. I'm reading this and enjoying this. So this is like the next book in the Bosch series that I need to get to. The next book from the library I have is Illusion by Martina Boone. This is the 3rd and final book in the Heirs of Watson Island trilogy. This is a bit of a chunker. Like how many? Yeah, this is almost 500 pages. So I haven't read the first 2 books in this that long ago, but the details are a little sketchy, I'm not going to lie. So I might have to look up my reviews and read a few reviews on this too. You know, refresh my memory. And the final book that I definitely have to get to in the month of June is Playing the Field by Zoe Foster Blake. This is a, I think, like chick lit novel, I think maybe to do with romances between footballers' wives, I think. I believe it's Australian because Zoe Foster Blake is an Australian person, so I believe this is set in Australia, but yes, this is the only other library book that I have to get to in the month of June. Now to move on to the books from my physical TBR that I'm hoping to get to in the month of June. I will be continuing my reread of Harry Potter, and I'm hoping to get through books 3 through 5 in the month of June. So I want to complete The Prisoner of Azkaban, The Goblet of Fire, which historically has been my favorite in the series, so I'm interested to see if that holds up, and Harry Potter and The Order of the Phoenix. So if I can make it through those 3 and only have the final 2 books left after June, then I would be really, really happy with that. I then want to complete Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Reese Brennan, Maureen Johnson, and Robin Wasserman. This is a bit of a spoiler for my May book haul. This has got, I'm not sure how many, but this is just like a bind up of novellas that is recommended to read before you get into Lady Midnight. So I want to read this so that eventually I can start onto the Lady Midnight series, which is, what is that series called? I can't remember, but I do want to read this. And the other book that I want to get to is King's Cage by Victoria Aveyard. This is the 3rd book in the Red Queen series. I do want to look up, I'm hoping that there's a like recap of this on Recaptains, because I want to really have, I feel like this is the type of series where you need to have everything really fresh in your mind, so that you can like keep up with all the like plot twists and things like that that go on in this series. So hopefully there's a good recap I can read before I jump into this one. And then the final book from my physical TBR that I'm hoping to get to in the month of June is Amy and Roger's Epic Detour by Morgan Matson. This will be my first ever Morgan Matson book. I'm really, really excited to get to this. I've heard amazing things about this, so I'm so excited to check this out and see if I like Morgan Matson as much as everyone else does. I then have 3 ebooks that I'm hoping to focus on in the month of June. The first of those is Romeo Catches by Alice Arden. This is the 2nd book in the Cascade Girl series, and there's no other books listed on Goodreads, so I'm not sure if this is only going to be a duology and this is the final book, but that was really exciting if that is the case. This is a book that I did receive off NetGalley. I reread the first book if you saw my May wrap up, and I'm really excited to get to this one to see what happens next with the Cascade Girls, because that is a really, really enjoyable story about witches and voodoo and vampires and all that kind of thing. So I'm really, really looking forward to that one. Another NetGalley book that I have to read is The Weight of Lies by Emily Carpenter. This is a mystery thriller novel about a girl or a woman who starts to investigate the true crime story that her mother wrote a novel about. So her mother wrote a novel that made her quite famous about this whole this certain crime, and this girl starts to investigate that again and kind of unravel like more truths about her mother and what her mother wrote and things like that. It just sounded really, really interesting. I believe, if I remember correctly, this may have been a read now on NetGalley that I saw, and so I just downloaded it to read. I can't remember though. I did request another one. Is this one I requested and got approved? I can't remember, but I am really excited. I love mystery thrillers, as you know, so I'm looking forward to jumping into that one in June. And the final ebook that I'm hoping to get to is one of the books that I need to read, like from my Goodreads, like the books that I'd marked on Goodreads as to read like a really long time ago, and it's that I'm doing for my 2017 goals. And there's no copy available at my library, like they don't have the book, and I did find it on Amazon, like ebooks, and it's only a few dollars, so I'm probably going to buy it and read it that way so that I can check this one off. But I really don't understand what this is about. So it's called The Gift of Looking Closely by Al Brooks. It has very few ratings on Goodreads, like it's only got 31 ratings, so I have no idea where I heard about this, and the synopsis is really like, I don't understand what this is about. It says, Claire believes she was manipulated when she was 16 into helping her mother commit suicide. That's like the opening line, but then it goes into like, I don't know, it's just talking about her and how she's kind of, I think her life, and maybe she's spiraling out of control following her mother's suicide, and like, she manipulated her mom into me. I don't understand what this book is about. Hopefully it's good, because it doesn't have very many ratings. No idea where I heard about it, why I marked it as to read. I've obviously seen it somewhere, but yeah, hopefully I can get that one and read that so that I can check that off my list. And I will, of course, be listening to audiobooks in the month of June. I am currently listening to Talon by Julie Kagawa. So this is a young adult fantasy series surrounding dragons. And I'm currently in the middle of that. I'm about 70% or something of the way through that at the moment. And I am expecting to probably read Rogue by Julie Kagawa, which is the second book, hopefully in the month of June as well. And then the only other book that I have on hold from Overdrive at the moment is still Blackbird by Anna Carey. This has been on my TBR for ages. I am now second in the queue for this one. So hopefully I can finally get that and finish it. I've mentioned this a million times, but it's a young adult story about a girl who wakes up on train tracks with no memory of like what's happened to her, except that she knows that people are after her, and she's got this tattoo that she doesn't know what it means, and it just kind of follows that. So I am hoping to finally like get that one into my hands so that I can read that one and finish that one off. So now to touch on Emojitathons. As I mentioned, it is a readathon that goes for the entire month. I will leave some information down below about the readathon in case you're interested in joining in. So there is a whole list of different emojis with different challenges, and you're supposed to pick out 4 and try to complete 4. You can complete less, you can complete more, just like whatever you want to do. I will probably end up checking off quite a bit, because I do generally read, like last month I completed 22 books, I read 25 I think the month before that, so I should be able to check off quite a few, but I've picked out 4 to mainly focus on and try to check off, so I will just touch on those and which ones I'm trying to complete. So we have the red love heart emoji, and that is the challenge of reading a romance or contemporary. So I will be using Playing the Field by Zoe Foster Blake to check off that challenge. So next we have the like emoji that's like the smiling emoji with like the red like blushing cheeks, and that is the challenge of reading a book that makes you happy just thinking about it. For that one I will be using Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire by J.K. Rowling. As I mentioned, this was my favorite one in the series growing up, so I'm really excited to think of to read this, because thinking about this definitely makes me happy. The next one is the like baby face emoji, and that is to read a 2016 or 2017 release. For that one I will be reading King's Cage by Victoria Aveyard. This was released in early 2017 I believe, and so I'll be using that one to check off that challenge. And the last one that I'm focusing on is the emoji with like the like gritting teeth emoji, and for that is to read a book that you've been anticipating. And for that one I am using the Romeo Catchers by Alice Arden, because I have been checking Amazon constantly to see when that book is going to be available, because I was going to buy it on ebook, and then I had the smart thought to look and check on NetGalley to see if it was there, and then it was, and so then I requested it and was approved, so I didn't need to pay for it, which was awesome. But I am definitely anticipating that, and I'm really excited to read it. So as I say, I am hoping to read a lot more of the challenges than that. I will leave a link down below, as I said, to all the information and like the Google Doc where you can see all the different emojis and all the different challenges so that you guys can pick some out and try to complete them if you are so inclined. I would love to chat with you guys in the comments down below if you're participating in Emojitathon, or if you've read any of the books that I'm planning to read this month, and if you have any thoughts or any of the books that you're planning to read in June that you're really, really excited about. I would love to chat in the comments down below. Please like this video if you liked it. Please subscribe if you want to see more from my channel. But that's all I've got for this video today. Bye guys.